Hi, this is Kevin Antresian over at Backroom Studios. Today we're going to be doing our first quick compare of the SLO100 versus the Positive Grid bias amp head. So in this quick compare, what we're going to do is we're going to compare what I did for this one. Nope. So for this test, what I did was set all the knobs to noon on the SLO and also set them all to noon on the software in the inside of the... So to make this test fair, we set all the tone knobs on the SLO to noon, did the same thing in the software, and I was curious to see how close the software would get to my amp in the studio.
Perfect.
That. Now let's check out some audio clips of both amps soloed and in a mix. So as you could tell, the difference between those two amps was pretty huge. The SLO had a really huge bottom end, sounded really full. The Positive Grid sounded kind of thin. Keep in mind, we kept everything at noon for both amps, so maybe the one that they modeled their SLO after didn't sound like mine. So if you wanted to maybe play around...
Can you see my hand?
That being said, you could probably get the bias Positive Grid to sound a little bit closer to the SLO if you adjusted the tone knobs a little bit. I said it sounded this, and that. Some of the strong points of the Positive Grid are that it does come with a 600 watt power amp.
Wow.
You can program all kinds of different amps and different user slots and bring that wherever you want.
Wow.
It's worth noting that the bias Positive Grid rack is substantially cheaper than the SLO. During our shoot, we tried to find prices for used SLOs. We couldn't even find them online.
Wow.
While the Positive Grid comes in around $1,300, the SLO on the new market was around $4,000 or more.
Wow.
So it'll be up to you to whether...
Wow.
So if you're on a tighter budget, this might be your only option. It's really convenient that you can store a lot of presets in the Positive Grid, but if you're going for the original SLO sound, nothing beats the actual amp. So what did we learn from all this? Well, I feel like the Positive Grid probably has a better place in a live setting, being as it has a 600 watt power section. I don't know if it really lives up to the hype in the studio. There are some other really cool features in the bias head. You can do amp matching, and maybe in the future I'll try to amp match the SLO and see how that does. But for right now, I think there's a clear winner, and it's the SLO100. So that's just my opinion of the two units, but let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. If you're a drummer and you haven't changed your heads in over a year, click that subscribe button.
Wow.